My name's Wilf Stefan. I'm a member of the Mississippi-Rideau Source Protection Committee. I'm here to talk about your surface water supply. Surface water is when you pull your water out of the lake. What do you do with your water? Do you brush your teeth with it, drink it, use it to wash your dishes, or do you just use it to flush toilets and use it for your pets? In order to determine the proper way to safely treat your water, you need to characterize your water. You need to test it to see the different physical parameters like pH and its hardness level, if it has any minerals in it that you want to get rid of, like manganese. The labs will cost between $100 and $500 depending on what they test for. There's also viruses and bacteria that are in your water. There's a new problem we're seeing with algae blooms on lakes. If there's a risk of that in your water, that needs to be considered. If you just test it when you've had a problem, you won't know if that is the regular quality of water or if something unique has happened to your water source. One of the most common methods of disinfection is with chemical disinfection, and chlorine is the principal chemical that's used. Chlorine is easy to access. It's sold in many places, sold at the right concentrations. Downsides of using chlorine is it does create chemical byproducts of disinfection, and if you use too much chlorine, it can result in your water having an odor and a chlorine taste that people don't like. The primary physical way of disinfection is ultraviolet light. The wavelength is just the right wavelength that it penetrates the cell of the organism and breaks the DNA, and so they can't replicate. One of the downsides of UV disinfection is that you need to ensure that there's sufficient time and intensity in the lights to disinfect the microorganisms. So filtration is another method of treatment, and filtration has everything to do with the particle size of what you're trying to take out of your water. The benefits of filtration include that it takes out these particles very easily. There's typically no chemicals involved, and it will remove the turbidity in the water. Your water will be clearer. It will remove the elements that can cause bad odor. The downside is there's a maintenance element required, and you need to make sure that your filter is sized appropriately so that it's going to take out the elements that you don't want in your water. It's like a screen door. The screen door will stop the flies from going in your house, and so you make the screen size smaller and smaller and smaller, and you can take smaller and smaller things out of it. The extreme end is reverse osmosis. The size of the screen is so small it only allows the water molecule to go through, the H2O molecule. And so it removes all of the other impurities. It also removes all of the other good elements that you want in your water, like your minerals and things like that. And so that's one of the downsides of reverse osmosis. It's probably the most expensive way of treating water because it has a high energy requirement and a high maintenance requirement. Once they get sort of plugged up, you may not have very much water flow at all, and that's another downside, is it can be very slow to have the filtration go through, but it will clean your water to really a purified H2O level. Water softeners are very common, and there are many good companies that will help you test your water to know the degree of hardness that's in it and will specify the right type of system. The benefits of water softener are that water tastes better, and it will stop the scaling of your pipes, and it will help some of your kitchen appliances last longer. Some of the downsides of a water softener is that it does add more salt into your water, and it can harm the concrete in something like a septic tank. All of these systems take maintenance, and that's the important element for someone to consider when you're selecting your system. because you're not done once you installed it. You need to make sure that you're maintaining the system properly and that you've sort of budgeted the time and the money to do the maintenance, to do the checks, to do the water treatment on a quarterly basis. All of that will help give you confidence that you have safe, clean water in your cottage.